What is up YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2018 Back Battles. Today we're going to be using the Mega Slowbro team once again with Mega Slowbro, Clefairy, Scrafty, Landorus Fairy, Togedemaru, and Heatran. Let's get started and play some games. So, I don't know why, but I just couldn't talk for a few seconds. So anyway, the team has been really fun in general. However, it is very heavily relying on the Mega Slowbro part. However, I feel like I have used a lot more than just a Mega Slowbro setup. I changed some game plans when testing, and I just haven't really brought those modes yet. Like Clefairy plus Landorus against certain teams, like Swords Dance Landorus can sweep. I do go Clefairy Landorus and try to set up for a Landorus sweep, which is pretty nice that I do like having. And yeah, I really hope we do get to bring that game because I really like Swords Dance Landorus with Clefairy. It's actually really solid on its own. Because getting that Swords Dance up, being able to Supersonic Sky Strike opponents, it's really fun. However, yeah, let's see if we are able to find more opponents with Mega Slowbro, and hopefully this team will be able to put out some work. So I guess we'll be right back with the first game of today's episode since it's taking quite a bit, so we'll cut out till then. See you there. Alright, we got Luca from Italy, 1505 rating. It took a while to find the first game here. Bringing the team of Gyarados, Incineroar, Tapu Bulu, Tapu Koko, Nidoking, and Cresselia. So this is going to be a game? This is going to be an interesting game. I like Clefairy, not really. Huh. I like Landorus, Scrafty, Togedemaru, and Slowbro. I like those 4 Pokemon for sure. I think I want to lead. What do I want to lead? I could just lead Togedemaru plus Slowbro, which seems pretty solid against. The problem is Mega Gyarados is literally the counter to Mega Slowbro because I cannot touch Mega Gyarados with Mega Slowbro. So I might have to go a bit differently on this approach here. Although Togedemaru is pretty nice against it with double Intimidate. Yeah, I think I'll go Slowbro, Togedemaru as the lead. Scrafty Landorus in the back for Intimidate rotations. And the fact is, if my opponent sets up Electric Terrain for me, which I don't feel like my opponent will be setting up Electric Terrain in this game. I feel like the 4 Pokemon you would bring would be Gyarados, Bulu, Incineroar, and the what's it called? The Nidoking here. I don't think you bring Tapu Koko. However, just gonna bring Togedemaru. It's pretty good because of the fact it can Zing Zap and do a good amount of damage to that Gyarados. Look, Gyarados probably can't heal unless it's a grassy terrain healing. So isn't gonna be able to heal too much. So Zing Zap is gonna chunk it for quite a bit. We'll see how I'm gonna be able to play. It's gonna be really dependent on board positioning with the Gyarados. I feel like that's how this game is gonna come down to. Gonna lead Togedemaru plus my Slowbro here against Nidoking and Incineroar. Interesting leads. For sure. You're not gonna Earth Power a Togedemaru. I really just wanna fake out Nidoking, but you could double up my Togedemaru because I could really see a double up in the Togedemaru. You could fake out Slowbro, but I'm not exactly sure if you do. I feel like the best play is just a Spiky Shield, and you could be Z-move Incineroar. Do I expect you to be Z-move Incineroar? I think it would be Koko or Bulu that's the Z-move here. I think I'm going to attempt to get a Calm Mind up with Slowbro. I don't know how well this is going to work, but Nidoking is going to retreat here into the... Okay. So is that a Flare Blitz in the Togedemaru, I'm guessing? Or it could just be a fake out on the Slowbro, but again, not the end of the world here. Knockoff gonna go out into the Togedemaru, so nice. I get a bit of chip, although Grassy Terrain's gonna heal that up anyway, as I will be able to get a Calm Mind boost here. I do have Iron Head on my Togedemaru, but it's not exactly worth going for a -1, so maybe I just go for a Scald into Incineroar. Incineroar is looking like a pretty annoying Pokemon to switch around with fake out pressure. I'm guessing the last Pokemon has to be Mega Gyarados as well. And yeah, I am intimidated, so I think the play... I could also go Landers here. Landers also is a fair play. Because I wouldn't lose an item to an Assault Vest. So I think I'm going to go Landers here. And I'm thinking of just going for a Scald into Incineroar. Mega Evolve going for a Scald. Yeah, I like that play. Because we don't know if it's Scarf Bulu here. And on this team, I don't think you would run Scarf Bulu. So I think Landers is the best play because of the fact would you really would hammer a Togedemaru slot? Maybe if you really want to get rid of it, I guess I could see. But that means you're taking a lot of recoil here. With both your Pokemon into my Landers slot. So, gonna Mega Ball, Mega Slowbro. I will live a Wood Hammer in grassy terrain unless it's like a Choice Banded Tapu Bulu. Could be Grassium though. It is a Wood Hammer coming out. Should be targeting that Slowbro. I will survive this. Yeah. Because Slowbro's insane. Flare Blitz gonna be coming out. Should be targeting on my Togedemaru slot. Yeah. Kind of was worried about that, but I guess it's alright. Because yeah, I don't take too much. Scald gonna come out into the Incineroar slot. Doing a really good chunk of damage. That looks like a berry. Oh, berry. That has to be Z-move then, isn't it? I think that has to be Z-move. Like, what other reason would it not be? Because Assault Vest, I don't feel like Scald should have done that much. It was boosted. No, he went for knockoff. He's not Z-move. Unless he's Fire Emblem Z. I think the play is just to get a Supersonic Sky Strike off in the Bulu. And just try to finish off the Incineroar. The Scald. You're going to withdraw the Tapu Bulu, which is okay, because anything taking the Supersonic Sky Strike is not going to appreciate it. Nidoking's not going to appreciate it. That's probably going down, but probably my opponent's trying to trade the Nidoking here, which is alright. Probably scouting for that Z-move. I do reveal the Z-move here. So I will be able to knock out the Tapu Bulu. However, what are you going to do with your Incineroar? I don't think Incineroar can knock out my Slowbro if your best move to hit it is knockoff. So Supersonic Sky Strike should be able to knock out. This is a neutral Supersonic Sky Strike. Yeah, it just knocks out Nidoking. Nice. Nidoking's not exactly the bulkiest Pokemon in the world. We're going to see a knockoff here, and it's going to go out into the Landers. Not going to be able to pick up the KO at all. Scald going to come out. Since I assume Gyarados plus Blue's in the back, they're trapped in, so I can intimidate rotation around. Yeah, but of course, it can be problematic. The Togedemaru is still pretty good in this matchup. Yeah, there goes the Gyarados. And here comes the Tapu Bulu. Time to go my Scrafty. Switch out Landers because I get Intimidate. And I guess I Side Shock the Bulu, or I could go for Scald into Gyarados. That's also a viable play. I think I'm just going to Side Shock the Tapu Bulu though. I don't think I need to try to get a burn on Gyarados. And Gyarados would just heal up the damage anyway. So I'll get Scrafty in, get Intimidate off, and I pressure with Fake Out the following turn. So let's see what my opponent's going to go for. Mega Gyarados is going to make an appearance. I got to keep that thing in check though. I have to keep that at -1 always. Because otherwise it's going to be such a big threat to deal with. Mold Breaker. Dragon Dance. Yep. So my opponent's going to attempt to Dragon Dance here. Which is alright. And I think you're going to knock out my Slowbro. But maybe not. Keep it around. Horn Leech is going to come out. Does that even knock out Slowbro? It doesn't. That's actually not the greatest for me. That's definitely not the greatest for me. I do get a Side Shock off in the Tapu Bulu. However, yeah, that wasn't the greatest for me. Oh, that's a lot of damage because it's a critical hit. But it activates a Berry. I would have preferred it not activating Berry because I think it was in range of Iron Head. Yeah, that's not too great. Well, if you want to keep Dragon Dancing, I think I could see you Dragon Dancing here. Or maybe Protect. Although, really, you don't have a point to Protect. I think I'm just gonna fake out the Gyarados here. Attempt for Side Shock into Tapu Bulu. Because I don't have to switch out immediately. But yeah, we're gonna see Protect. Which is alright here, because if you try to knock out my Slowbro with a Horn Leech, which I really hope you do. It's a Wood Hammer. I'm guessing that's in the Scrafty. Okay. Psyshock? How much does this do to Tapu Bulu? It's gonna be close. Yeah, not gonna be enough though, but that's alright. Yeah, that's alright. Grassy terrain disappears from the battlefield, so no more recovery for you, Tapu Bulu, unless you decide to go for Horn Leech. Lander seems like a good play, and just going for a Psyshock into the Tapu Bulu. And getting this intimidate rotation is so big here in this match. If Gyarados decides to attack and knock me out, that's fine, because that Gyarados is going to be -2 in the end. So I am okay with how this is working out so far. As Crunch is going to come out, probably finish off the Slowbro. Yeah, alright. And what's the Tapu Bulu going for? Wood Hammer into the Landers? Okay. So now that the Gyarados is -2, I'm in a pretty solid position here. Yeah, because I could get Scrafty and Togedemaru in this Gyarados at -2, so really won't be doing too much. The only thing I'm really worried about is a Waterfall Flinch. I'll fake out the Gyarados with Scrafty and just go for an Iron Head into the Tapu Bulu. Yeah, I think that's the play. Fake out, Iron Head. Because that Gyarados is really not going to do too much. We are going to see Protect from Gyarados, but there wasn't a reason for me not to go for Fake Out, and Tapu Bulu protects, which is also okay. As long as I don't get flinched by Waterfall, I should have this endgame sealed up. If it does get a flinch, this endgame becomes a bit tricky here. So I'll go for a Drain Punch into Gyarados and an Iron Head. Let me just check. Gyarados is -2. Yeah, -2. So yeah, won't be able to do much at all. Even if you Dragon Dance here, you're going to be at -1. You're probably going to have to go for Waterfalls and hope for some flinches, as we do see the Waterfall, but it's in the Scrafty. Iron Head going to come out into the Tapu Bulu. Going to be able to pick up that knockout, and that means Tapu Bulu is no longer on the board, so Zing Zap plus Drain Punch is probably just going to finish off this Gyarados, and I don't flinch here, so I do get a Drain Punch off into that Gyarados. Look at all that damage. Look at all that damage. Look at all that recovery. This game's over. Because Gyarados does not have a spread move, and even if it has an Earthquake and double crits me, I have my Focus Sash intact, so no matter what, the Gyarados cannot beat me here. As the match is going to be forfeited. We do win against Mega Gyarados. It is I would say the Mega Gyarados matchup is really tough, depending on my opponent's partner Pokemon, I want to say. If it was like Mega Gyarados Aegislash, it's going to be really tough. Scrafty's very valuable in that matchup then. It just really comes down to, like, what do you have that can beat my partners? Because if you get rid of my Intimidate rotations, it's going to be really hard for me to beat down Gyarados. And Gyarados always has to set up. And yeah, it's kind of insane that Tapu Bulu can live Grassy Terrain Wood Hammer from Tapu Bulu. Even at neutral, I think it can live it. Alright, we got Dax from the United States, 1570 rating as our next opponent. Sorry I had to cut away once again. But we got a really cool team. Butterfree, Vikavolt, Manectric. Oh, is this Discharge stuff? Pelipper, Blastoise, and Landis variant. So, Mega Slowbro looks amazing here, other than the electric types, but we do have Togedemaru for a reason. The problem is going to be the Butterfree as well, because of the fact that it does have access to Sleep Powder. So, something I do have to keep in mind. I don't want to really bring Landers or Heatran in this matchup. So I'll bring the standard 4, Slowbro Togedemaru with the lead, and Scrafty plus Clefairy in the back. And still wondering if Raichu might be better than Togedemaru. Because I did put Togedemaru because I feel like the steel resist in Togedemaru, because I don't always bring Heatran, is really nice in general. Also the fact that Iron Head seemed really tempting. Because also the fact is the steel type resists Dazzling Gleam, which is pretty big. I also had, what were my ideas? I think I had Assault Vest Raichu at one point. I think I had like a really bulky Protect Raichu with 50% Berry. Like it was a really bulky Raichu. I felt like Togedemaru was the more comfortable build. I think I also had a Volt Tackle one so I could knock out Charizards in one hit outspeed. But the problem with that is the recall just, yeah, I didn't like the recall. But let's see what my opponent's going to decide to do. with the leads here. Butterfree is something I have to fake out immediately. I'll trade my Focus Sash for fake out on the Butterfree. Manectric plus Landis leading. Oh, don't tell me you discharge. So you can either protect Earthquake if you really, really, really want to. Oh man, I'm just gonna Calm Mind and fake out and hope there's no discharge, because I don't feel like you need discharge on this team. If you do, that's gonna be a problem. Let's find out. Are you discharged? I feel like if you have anything with discharge, it's the Vikavolt, because you can Disquake yourself. I just don't feel like Manectric should carry discharge. I can see Snarl coming out here, and Snarl would be annoying, but at least I'm boosting up my Slowbro to live attacks and sponge up the attacks. We're going to see the switch out into the Blastoise. So yeah, you're not going for discharge here. Okay, nice. Oh wait, it's dual Mega or potentially no Mega. Flamethrower going to come out. Okay. No burn. Good. Alright. So it looks like it's regular Manectric or it's a regular Blastoise. Could be Scarf Blastoise with Water Spout. Definitely always a potential option. You want a Scald and Spiky Shield here. 100%. Then I think I'll go into Clefairy next turn and still Scald the Manectric. So I think I'm okay here in my position. Wonder what the Blastoise has. If it's Dark Pulse. Oh boy. Like, I just can't tell my sets on my opponent. The only thing I can really tell is you should have Water Spout most likely on this Blastoise, I would imagine. I'm just not sure how good the Dark Pulse is on this team. Ice Beam I could see. Aura Spear I could see. We are going to see the Mega Blastoise come out. And again, I don't have the Mega Slowbro because Slowbro, regular form, the Mega Slowbro doesn't change its special defensive side in bulk. And, well, I guess its damage output could be better. As Manectric going to protect, so probably try and absorb a Zing Zap, which is alright here. Spiky Shield. Dark Pulse is like the one I am fearing, but it's a Water Spout, okay. That's a crit. Yeah, I was just about to say, like, there's no way Water Spout did that much damage. Okay. So now I kind of want Psyshock damage. Yeah, I want Psyshock damage. I think I'm going to go in Clefairy for the Friend Guard. Because I think Manectric might just flame... What are you going to do? Are you going to Flamethrower? Would you predict the Togedemaru to switch out and just go for it? Not really too sure here. But, one, if I Psyshock, I weaken Blastoise's damage output against the rest of my team significantly, which means I could slow down the Blastoise's progress on my partners. As we're going to see the Manectric retreat here, and Pelipper is going to come out. Alright. Ooh, Rain Boosted Water Spout is going to hurt my Clefairy, but shouldn't knock out. I do have quite a bit of special bulk. And the Blastoise already took chip damage. Kind of risky too, but I probably wasn't going to Zing Zap in that position anyway. So let's see what my opponent's going to go for. I'm going to Mega Ball just to get the more special attack side out of things, because it doesn't really look like my opponent has anything that can really like taunt me or attract or something. Here comes the Water Spout. With Friend Guard, Slowbro is going to eat that up. Yeah, like, yum, 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 yum. Psyshock. An okay amount, okay. And I can just slack off Protect with Clefairy. I guess the question is, what do I do the following turn? Because I'm losing members fast. I gotta remember that. It looks like Blastoise will go down to another Psyshock, though, so that's pretty big to note. Yeah, I'm not really too worried about Manectric. Although, it could be Z-Move Manectric. Ooh, if it's Z-Move Manectric. You're going to hard switch that Pokemon out. Landis is going to come out. Okay. I'll take that trade. I'll definitely take that trade. Just don't Hurricane Confuse me, if anything. That's like the one thing. Protect from Clefairy. And Scald into Clefairy. Perfect. So free slack off here. Could have also maybe Calm Minded or went for a Scald / Psyshock and a Heal Pulse. That could have worked too. But keeping my Clefairy around is pretty nice overall. I think I want to what? Psyshock the Pelipper. I could also Scald the Landis, which does get me a knockout. And I think I do like that play, so I'm actually going to go Scrafty. This prevents Z-move from knocking me out. And I don't really need the Friend Guard right away, as Scrafty can come out. Right here, just focusing on Mega Slowbro sweeping. Just keeping Slowbro around. Keeping the Friend Guard around is really important in this matchup too, in case a Manectric gets out of hand. Let's see what my opponent decides to do. U-turn out, so could be the Blastoise coming back in, which is alright. U-turn doesn't do too much. I don't think that's Choice Banded. As let's see what's coming out. Blastoise, yep. Scald gonna come out into the Scrafty. I do get a Scald off. No burn on Scrafty, which is nice. Oh, that almost knocks out the Blastoise. And it actually does knock out the Blastoise thanks to the burn. So nice burn there on the Blastoise. I don't think I really mind it, because if Blastoise's only move was really Water Spout to hit my Scrafty, although Aura Spear Dark Pulse again could have been options. Ice Beam wasn't really too threatening there. I do get a knockout on the Blastoise. I would have just faked out Psy Shock the Pelipper anyway next turn, as Manectric is going to make an appearance once again. And again, I don't really need Scrafty around, so I'm actually just going to Calm Mind here and fake out, I think. Because I feel like Manectric might protect here. Yeah, it's going to protect here. But again, if you knock out my Scrafty, that's alright. Oh, double protect. Alright, I'll take that. I could have went to Togedemaru there, but I don't have to. I could do that the next turn. And with this Calm Mind, +2 Scald probably does knock out Manectric. And then fire out that Scald into Manectric. Going out Togedemaru prevents Volt Switch, prevents Thunderbolt, prevents Z-move from the Manectric. Manectric's faster than Pelipper, so it's forced to attack before Pelipper in this case. So Scald here. Go into Togedemaru here is the play always, because either Manectric's going down or Landorus is going down, and either way, that's pretty big for me. Landorus is going to come back out. Throw down that Intimidate, but these Intimidates really don't matter against my team, as Scrafty will retreat here. Go out into my Togedemaru. And what's Pelipper going to do? Going to fire off a Hurricane, which should knock out Togedemaru, I think, even if it's quad resisted. Yep. Perfect. Togedemaru goes down. Scald going to come out into the Landorus. Should be able to pick up the knockout +2 in rain. Yeah, it knocks out the Landorus. Perfect. It really comes down to, is it Z-move Manectric potentially? Because that's the only thing I'm actually really worried about. I can go into Scrafty here. I threaten with a fake out, so I feel like you do protect the Manectric once again, and I can just go out into Clefairy, I feel like here. I could also fake out Psyshock the Pelipper because he saw I faked out the Manectric, so you might decide to target down my Scrafty slot with your Pelipper. But yeah, I'm going to Psyshock here. I'm going to Clefairy. I'm really expecting a protect from Manectric or a double protect here in general, yet this is good. Whether Clefairy survives or not isn't a really big deal, because of the fact if Clefairy survives, I get to follow me the next turn and just Scald the Manectric. If it goes down, I get Scrafty back in. It can fake out the Manectric the following turn, and it needs a double protect. So, again, Clefairy. It also gives me the Friend Guard in case Manectric decides to throw out a random Z move. So, all around safe play unless it crits me. Slay the only. Yep, goes for the Hurricane. It is Slowbro, actually. Oh. That does nothing thanks to the Calm Minds, and I was just worried about the confusion. I was stopping for the confusion there for a second. Psyshock does a good amount. Scald here into Manectric and follow me. That should... well, I guess if you confuse me. The Pelipper still confuses me, and Manectric's able to knock out Clefairy, because it might have Thunder on the Manectric. He might have Thunder on the Manectric. Let's see. It is the Z move coming out. It is going to be an Electrium. Really, 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 really comes down to Hurricane, I think. So yeah, really nice. So it was the Electrium on Manectric, because it didn't really seem like anything else would really carry the Z move currently. As Gyarados have it going to fire off into the Clefairy. Clefairy not going to survive this. However, as long as I get one Scald off in the Manectric, I should be able to win the game. Pretty sure that's Z Thunder too. Hurricane. Nice. I avoid the confusion, and even if I got confused, as long as I didn't hit myself, I was going to win the game. The Manectric goes down to the Scald, and now I can go on and Scrafty, fake out the Pelipper, slack off, and then just double up the Pelipper the following turn. If fake out doesn't knock it out already. and my opponent decides not to protect. So good game. Yeah, I just didn't assume discharge on Manectric if you have Vikavolt. Like, it just doesn't really make sense. If you have discharge on anything, it would have been Vikavolt, because you could Disquake next to yourself, which is discharge and earthquake, and your partner is not affected by either one of those moves. If anyone doesn't know what that is. So yeah, fake out, slack off. Match is going to be forfeited. We do take a win. So nice, nice, nice. We are going to go 2-0 in this episode. Some pretty long games, especially that first game was pretty long. However, Mega Slowbro being able to wall this team. The last battle, it was like Slowbro still took hits really well. It took the hit from the Tapu Bulu, Woodhammer, and the Horn Leech, which was really nice. Fire off that important damage, and then Scrafty being able to secure the end game. And some people have been wondering, James, why do you run Scrafty over Incineroar on this team? And I feel like, yes, Incineroar can help. It, you know, hits Tapu Bulu, which is really nice, as well as it hits like certain other mons, like Ferrothorn, for instance. But the reason I run Scrafty is, one, my Snorlax problems, because Foul Play can be a backup check for Snorlax. Two, the fact is that I feel like Scrafty helps against the Mega Gyarados matchup, which is what you saw there. Like, I had Landorus plus Incineroar, both my Intimidate users are weak to Gyarados' Waterfall, so it can just spam Waterfall all day and just do a lot of damage, even at -1 or neutral. So Scrafty is probably better in that regard. And I just love Scrafty, man. I just love Scrafty. It's probably one of my favorite Pokemon to play a rotation Intimidate game with. That Fake Out, Intimidate, just so nice. And its bulk in general. Doesn't really need to do damage. Just really needs to survive the hits. Of course, 4 times weak to Fairy doesn't help. Yet, I still feel like it does its job. And I do like Heatran on this team for certain matchups. And I didn't want to change it to Incineroar for that reason. But hope that everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2018 Back Battles. If you did, please leave a like down below, show some support, as well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below. So this is my social medias and all that other good stuff, the side series on this channel, previous episodes of VGC 2018 Back Battles, and of course you can check out the team in the paste spin down below in the description. And of course, feel free to comment down below, because I do read them. Otherwise, I think that's going to be it for me. Have a great day, people, and until we battle again, I'll catch you around later.